What is up, fellow travelers? Aaron the Old Man Gamer here, and we are back with some more low-sodium game time with Dark Souls 3. The last time we played, we went through the Undead Settlement. We got the bonfires in the area by the tumble-down bridge, and also the other bridge underpass. So, for quick reference here, we may have to kill the guy that's out here. Well, over there. So we came through that area over there and made our way over here by dropping down off of that ledge down to this area below the bridge. Okay. Now that we've done that, we can go up this way. So this is the direction you want to go after you've lit the bonfire. So there's a little pathway up. It leads us off to the roof. So if you come across the bridge and you didn't drop down to that little path down below, you run into these guys. These jerks up there are chucking fire bombs at everybody. And they would have blown you up. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up behind them and attack them. They're not very powerful. They go down really easily. This guy over here is a little more of a pain. He's a little more aggressive. So we want to go this way because there's this cage hanging here. And in the cage is our friend Cornyx.
Aha, unkindled, are we?
Yes, we are.
Welcome to my abode.
Nice house.
I am Cornyx, an old pyromancer. A crow in his cage, as you see now. But here we are, an encounter for the ages. I hear the unkindled make for fine vessels. Care to learn some pyromancies from this old man?
Yeah, sure.
Most wise. A chance encounter should not be squandered. To reiterate, I am Cornyx of the Great Swamp. The pleasure is mine.
Okay, he's going to go back to Firelink Shrine. So over here is a hatchet, or it's a hand axe. So pyromancers start with a hand axe. Cornyx, of course, is a pyromancer. Pyromancy is good because a lot of enemies in this game are weak to fire. On top of that, pyromancy has very low stat requirements for using it. So there's a couple good spells. Fireball is pretty good early on. If you start off as a pyromancer, you can chuck pyromancies at fort. They do a lot of good damage. Also, the abyssal form of Udex Gundyr takes a lot of damage, and the abyssal creatures that attacked us earlier that we chuck firebombs at, those guys are also vulnerable to fire, and if you don't have fire bombs, pyromancies work in a pinch. I'm going to be using some pyro backup to my character here because, frankly, there's a bunch of monsters that suck and they're a pain in the butt. They're damage sponges, but if you light them on fire or you hit them with dark, they melt. So there is basically like a slime later on we'll meet, and fire bombs and pyromancies eat those things. However, you'd have to sit there with your sword and swing like 6 or 7 times just to kill it. And that's a lot of swinging, and a lot of times you don't have that kind of time. So pyromancy is a great way to get rid of these guys. And then later on in the Demon Ruins, we'll run into a variant of that type, which is basically like a lava version of the slime. And those things are weak to dark. So if you happen to go and get the dark, I guess the witch, her name is Carla. She sells you dark spells, and if you give her the right tomes, and those things will basically melt under dark magic. So we're going to be going for those particular spells. So we're going to go for a Chaos Fireball, which you will get in the Demon Ruins, and also we're going after the dark, the dark version of Fireball. So this guy down here is a pot bro. Now, he's going to hit you with that pot, and it's not going to be good. So keep your distance from him if you can. He can stun lock you, and he can smash you when you're on the ground, and you'll have a bad time. And trust me, you don't want to be there. So we're gonna plunge attack him right here. Alrighty. That worked out in our favor. That plunge attack is a really good way of doing some good damage to him, and then we get behind him and start whacking away. It helps out a lot. You got to watch out if you're at a distance with those guys, they can chuck that pot at you, and it hurts, and it will knock you down. And he pulls out a machete. Okay, give me that ring. Yeah, he pulls out that machete, and it gets to be even worse. So, they're no fun all the way around. Okay, anyway. So, this area right here, if you hadn't noticed, see all this wreckage over here? Those are explodey barrels. Explodey barrels are bad. Remember that? Yeah, because those guys up top would chuck firebombs at you, and they would try to hit you in an area where they could detonate these barrels. And those barrel detonations will kill you. They can knock you off the side. So if you're in the wrong area over here, say in this kind of range, you can get gravitied, so they could knock you over the side, and you'll fall down to your death. And every time you come back, those barrels will be there again. So now that we've gone through that, let's go this way. So we go down here. So right over there is where the boss is. So we don't want to go there just yet. So over that way, see this graveyard over there? We're going to have to go through there. So we're going to go through that area over there is where we were before. So we'll go through this area, through that gate over there, through the graveyard, through that house, up to the back, into that area. We'll open that door, and then if we are in good shape, we will attack the boss. If we're not, we can come back over this way, and then we could go back under and hit the bonfire, or we can Homer Bone to this bonfire over here. So that is sort of the attack plan. Let me see. What do we got going on over here? Where's Fat Doris at? So you got Super Mario over there with the hammer. We got a dog. Got another dog. There should be a bunch of people over there, so I'm not sure what happened to them. Are they stuck? Oh, there's that guy. He's always there. Let me see. These hollows aren't worth anything, so there's no reason to kill them. There's a dog in there. There's some pot bros over there. I think Doris might have fallen down. So sometimes these guys glitch out, and instead of coming around that rock to go up the path, they fall down into that little valley down below. And they don't die because it's not far enough to kill you, but they get stuck down there and they can't come out. So we're going to go over this way. So the first thing we're going to do is try to unlock that shortcut over there. We're going to have to deal with this dude over here because he's going to come at us. And there should be a dog in here. So here we go. Here's doggo number 2. Here, Mr. Doggo. Alright, that was that. So we're going to go into this sewer area. There's going to be a bunch of rats. These rats drop little soul items. So if you played Dark Souls 1, rats were a way to farm humanities. And so if you went into a sewer, you would kill a bunch of rats and they would drop humanities, which are basically the equivalent of embers in this game. But the thing is, we don't have humanities anymore, so they drop little soul items. Now there is a big mama rat in here somewhere. Okay, where's Mama Rat at? I think that's Mama Rat over there. Okay, she drops the Blood Bite Ring. Blood Bite Ring, it's alright. I don't use it personally. But, she guards this area right here. So, remember where we were before? There's the bonfire right there. So if we come up too close, Hodrick's going to invade us, and we don't want to do that just yet. So there's a machete bro over there. You can farm him for the giant machete. It's a rare drop, so don't expect to get it right away. So what we're going to do, now that we have that door open, we're going to go this way. And because all these rats are dead, we don't have to worry about triggering them. And because the dog's dead, we don't have to worry about dealing with him. So what we're going to do is we're going to go across that little bridge. And we're going to go over to that building over there, which is a church of some sort. Go. Boost our health up a little bit. We just aggro the pot bros and that other dude over there. Now this guy's just going to be coming by himself, which is good. Now another thing to note that the pot bros are not backstabbable. So yeah, I told you what I tell you about them being able to throw those pots. Yeah. Let's get away from the pot bros here. Where are the Pop Bros at? Okay, Pop Bro 1 is coming over here. Alright. That wasn't too bad. As long as you could separate the Pop Bros, you know, you're not as much in danger as you would if they decide to cluster you. Because those machetes that they're swinging around are really, really, really brutal, and they have bleed on them. So if you get stuck between two of them, they're going to give you a bad time. So the Pot Bros and the Machete Bros are basically the same people. So they can drop the giant machete, which is a great strength weapon. They can also drop Titanite, and they also drop garbage. So you never really know what you're going to get with them, so you can get something really good, or you get something that really sucks. Now let's push my health up here. Now we're doing a 10. Okay, that's Eygon over there. He's an NPC, so don't worry about him. See, right in there is an NPC. This door opens from the other side, so we're going to have to get a key to get there. Or we can parkour our way down there, but we take damage. So there is a ring that you can get that will eliminate fall damage. So we could do that later. It's not really that important. We won't need Eygon as a summon until the Dragon Slayer Great Armor. This right here is Siegward. Siegward's your friend, so don't attack him. If you remember Dark Souls 1 or people who played it, this is a Katarina Knight. He's like Siegmeyer from Dark Souls 1, but he's a lot nicer. And he doesn't turn into a hollow and make you feel sad at the end. He's a bit slow too.
Oh. Pardon me, I was absorbed in thought. I am Siegward of Katarina. To be honest, I'm in a bit of a pickle. Have you ever walked near a white birch only to be struck by a great arrow? Well, if I'm not mistaken, they come from this tower. Whoever it is, I'm sure I can talk some sense into them. But I have to find a way up. And that's just the trouble. This lift only goes down, you see, and... well, that doesn't get me anywhere.
Okay, so Siegward doesn't realize that this lift is a two-stage lift. So there's one up above and one down below. So we'll trigger this lift for him, and once we trigger the lift, he'll go up and we'll meet him in another area. Meanwhile, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing some cheesy junk with an Outrider Knight. So I think we have enough fire bombs. If not, we can use some black fire bombs on the sucker. So what we're going to do is we're going to be chickens, basically. We're going to run past him and open the door and run. And we're going to use exploitable game AI to save our butts. Because the Irithyll Knights are not exactly fun to be around. So these guys have frost powers. They're like a mini version of Vort. So Vort is actually an Outrider Knight. He's just a bigger and badder version of them. So what we're going to do is we're going to run like crazy. And then we're going to open his door. And use the iframes from the door opening to avoid getting killed. And then we're going to light this bonfire. So this is the Road of Sacrifices bonfire. So right there's the progression path. But we're not going that way right now. So, we got our fire bombs. There's that Outrider Knight. So, he can't come through this door. So what we're going to do with him is we're going to cheese him. With fire bombs. So unfortunately, we don't have enough fire bombs to outright kill him. But we've done quite a lot of damage to this guy already. So we're just going to wait till he's... Can you say queso? I sure can. So, I bet you're saying, are we going to see a lot more of this cheesy BS in this playthrough? Why, yes you are. You're going to see a lot of it if possible. And if you think this is bad, you should see me in New Game Plus when I have the Dragon Slayer Great Bow. There's a lot more cheesy junk going on with that sucker, I'll tell you that right now. So we're going to go back up. Our buddy Siegward is gone right now, so what we're going to do is we're send this back down. And we're going to go upstairs and make friends with the giant. There's Siegward. He's somehow fallen off the elevator and he's ended up on the side. But that's okay, because we can go hang out with him later. Right now, we're going upstairs.
Who are you? I help anytime.
Alright, so as long as you have that branch, he will not shoot at you, so don't use it. So young white branches are things that we could use for concealment. Okay. There's Siegward right here. So as long as we have that young white branch, the giant is our friend. So we're going to talk to Siegward here for a minute.
Oh, don't disappear like that. You had me downright worried. But thanks to you, an epiphany has struck me square in the head. I've unraveled the riddle of this inscrutable lift. On some days, I begin to doubt myself. I went up the tower, so I thought, then somehow ended up here. I'm not exactly sure what happened. Anyhow, do you see that? That humongous beast? I'm no coward and I've a steady hand, but that thing makes my skin crawl. How now? Think twice before you go down that road.
Yeah, well, we're going to go down that road because we're going to get some stuff that way. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop down, and then Siegward's going to help us out. So this is going to be a fight where we double team this demon right here. That demon will start charging at us in a minute. It'll see us.
No! Well, now. I, Siegward of the Knights of Catamina, by your side. Ah!
Okay, that demon is dead. We have gotten a fire gem from him. Where's Siegward? Oh, there he goes.
That was quite a performance. But you mustn't get in over your head. We unkindled must put our duties first. But, for the moment, we've a toast to make. To your valor, my sword, and our victory together. Long may the sun shine. I'm going to have myself a little nap. The only thing to do, really, after a nice toast.
Yeah, Siegward's asleep. So if you do multiplayer stuff like that, you just got a gesture from him. So that's the gesture. The napping gesture is a favorite for PvP people. So we go over here. See, it's a reinforced club. And we're going to get some stuff over here. So we'll cut this thing down. And we'll cut this thing down. So this is the northern set. We're wearing that right now because we chose the warrior class, but you can get that set if you want to, even if you didn't start off like that. And these are pale tongues. So pale tongues are a covenant item for Rosaria's fingers. It'll also allow you to respec. But be careful when you do that because you could make an enemy out of certain NPCs. And you kind of don't want that because I happen to like some of the NPCs in this game. And I don't want to piss them off because they're useful. So that over there is a trap. Those caged amalgams will drop down and attack you, so we're not going there. The thing over there is an alluring skull. They're not really important to the game. Get some dogs. There's another dog. So like I said, block and then swing. Once they bounce off that shield, they're close enough to get hit by your weapons. So don't do that. So over here is a chest. It's got some resin in it. These caged amalgams will drop, and they will start chucking stuff at you. It's going to be a bad time. Up here, we have two Doruses. Now, these Doruses are bad news. They swing their weapons, and they can kill you. So what we're going to try to do is run past them because we're not about fighting both of them at the same time. Nope, sorry. Okay, we did take some damage, but we're not nearly as in bad a shape as we could have been. So we're going to run up here. There's a ring. It's Flynn's ring. And over here is the way out. So we're going to take some damage in this particular area because there's some falling involved. Let's see, here's some homeward bones right here that we can use. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to jump to that ledge down there. So that ledge will allow us to get down to the bottom without dying. So we're going to go out this way, and we're going to run, then jump. Okay, we took some damage, but not nearly as bad as it could have been. So we're going to drop down here like this. Heal. Let's see, it's a mirror set, so it's the shirt, the gloves, and the boots. There's no shields or anything. And right back here is the Chloranthy ring. Chloranthy ring is great for stamina management, so it allows you to regenerate stamina faster. So from there, we're going to go outside here, and you'll see where we ended up. This area is where the boss is, and that area over there is where we came from. So what we're going to do is, instead of fighting our way all the way over there, what we're going to do is use a homeward bone, and we're going to go back to Firelink Shrine because we're sitting on 15,000 souls, which is a lot. We also have an Estus shard and a bunch of other stuff that we can do. We want to check in on Grey Rat. There's a bunch of other things that we would want to do before going there. So we're going to end the episode here, and we will pick up back in the Undead Settlement. We'll be in the Rotted Bridge area. Hopefully we won't get invaded by Hodrick right away, but he will be coming, so watch out for him. So I'm going to be doing some upgrading here. I'm going to level up and then get my Estus shard turned in and some other stuff. So I will see you again at the Undead Settlement. So until then, safe travels to you all, and I'll catch you next time. Have a good one, folks.